What is good, guys, man? Thank y'all for tuning back into the channel, man. If you're new, make sure you hit that sub button down below to be notified for every single video that I drop. Man, you don't want to miss out, man. Make sure y'all share these videos, man. And listen, y'all see what the title is, man. Pastor survives a point blank attack after Pum Pum is jammed. And the video we about to watch, and in the descriptions it says that the dude said he heard spirits in his head. Man, yo, this is the true definition of no weapon formed against me shall prosper in Jesus' name. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. Y'all comment below exactly what y'all think. Let's get it.
Jesus! Jesus!
Remarkable video out of Pennsylvania, out of North Braddock, Pennsylvania, of a pastor.
And God had chose.
Jesus! Jesus!
Remarkable video out of Pennsylvania,
Whoa.
out of North Braddock, Pennsylvania, of a pastor who had a person come into his church and point a gun at him, only to have the gun not go off before, as you can see on the video there, they were able to subdue the man. And that pastor is joining us right now, and his name is Pastor Glenn Germany. Pastor, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you. It's really an honor and it's a blessing for me to be here. I mean, I'm just really grateful for the opportunity to be here with you. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, we're absolutely glad you're still here after that. I mean, what was going through your mind, Pastor, when you get up there, you're doing your sermon like I'm sure you do on many Sundays, and you notice this guy? Tell me what happened.
To be honest with you, it was just another, Sunday service. We was really just having a good time in service. The praise and worship was wonderful, excellent. And I seen this guy while we were in the midst of praise and worship. He came into church, then he left the church. And he came into church and he left. And I didn't think it was nothing strange because I was so used to people would come in and they would hear the music and they would listen to the music and they would leave out. And so it didn't, take me by surprise, him coming in and out. But then all of a sudden, and also my brother had told me that he was expecting a guest to come in the building. And so I thought that was my brother's guest. And at one point I see him, he's sitting in the back before I come up and speak. And then he comes from the back and he moves all the way up to the front of the congregation. And he was actually sitting on my left-hand side. And I thought he was going to keep going by me because my brother, as you see in the video, he was at the piano. He was on my right-hand side. And I thought he was his friend. So I thought he was going to walk over to my brother. But when he stopped in the middle of the pulpit and he pulled the gun out, I didn't know what to think. It would just react.
I mean, what have been your thoughts today? And as you've been processing this, I'm sure a lot of shock. But what have been your thoughts from kind of a spiritual perspective on this whole thing?
Well, on a spiritual perspective, to be honest with you, I'm totally grateful because I understand the protection of God and the protection of God being with me, and this is nothing less than a miracle. Like I say, he left one scene and he came to another scene. And I really didn't fully answer your last question. When I asked him, why did he do it? He said that there were spirits inside of his mind telling him to go shoot the pastor. And so, knowing that and knowing that he, one thing that he said to me is basically, this was the language that he used that I never heard before. But he said, today you ducked a taco. And I'm like, what did that mean? I ducked a taco. But I understood. He was saying, I was shooting at your head and I missed you. And he was letting me know that, he was told to come in here and shoot the pastor, and then I asked him, well, why did he? I don't know why I did it. And he actually apologized to me. But I know it was the grace of God, and I know it was a miracle because the gun jammed. And you could see when the officer came in and he emptied the clip of the gun and he removed the bullet was still in the chamber and the bullet had markings of it getting jammed in there. And I don't, you can't hear no shooting, but if you listen to the video closely, you can actually hear him clicking the gun.
Wow, that is absolutely remarkable. I can imagine that was a harrowing experience. And you didn't know this person at all, right? As you're saying, like, this is somebody that has no connection to you at all, or your family, or anybody. So what do you have any idea why he wanted to do this?
I had a chance to speak with him, and also, I'm at this point in the interview, I get to speak from hindsight, and I understand what have taken place prior to him coming to the church. There was an altercation at a house prior, and this is all presumption because they haven't finished the court case, and I don't want to say anyone's guilty before they have a chance to go through what happened. But truly, he was he was dealing with a situation, and when he came to the church, that situation was still active in his mind. And so, leaving one scene and coming down to the church and being, and then committing to what he committed to here, it was like he was someone. I had a chance to talk to him. I seen, he had mental illness, but at the same token, it was like, it was from some type of drug intake. And I'm no specialist, but you can tell these kids he wasn't there. It was like it was him and his body, but it was not him there.
I also want to commend the gentleman. Who is the gentleman that came in once, because these things happen quick, and you're doing your thing, you're preaching. It's kind of hard to process something like this sometimes, for a few seconds there, critical seconds. And the one gentleman sort of, once the misfire happens, he leaps into action. Who is that?
Well, if you don't mind, he's right here. I can let him say hello if you.
Sure,
hey,
bring him in.
Here he is, right here.
How's everybody
Hello,
doing?
sir. I'm doing great. God bless you. What were you thinking when you saw that happen? You jumped right into action.
Hey, that's my pastor. I gotta handle my business. I don't want nothing to happen to him.
Yes, sir. Well, God bless you for taking quick action. That was a very, very brave thing you did, because the gun jammed, but you don't know if it's going to go off the next time. So God bless you, sir, for your quick thinking.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely. All right, well, great to meet you. And to potentially minister to this gentleman, like you said, it sounded like he had a troubled spirit.
Yes, well, to be honest with you, when I held him down, I had him down for 20 minutes. I had time to actually speak with him, minister him. But while I was holding him, there was members who were praying for him. And at the same token, I was having a chance to talk with him. But then later, when he was in the car, I had a chance to go out to the police car. And for 10 minutes, the officer allowed me to talk with him. And I talked it to him, and I let him know, my name is Glenn Germany. I want you to remember that. And I want you to know that I forgive you. And I want to let him know I love him. I told him that, please, whatever it is that he needs while he's in there, get in touch with me. We'll help him as much as we can possibly help him. And that's just, doing what we're supposed to do, loving people.
Well, that's awesome, Pastor. Why don't you let everybody know who's watching this video, let them know the name of your church, where you guys are at. I would love for anybody to come visit y'all. You guys seem great. For anybody watching who might be in the area.
Yes. The name of the church is called Jesus' Dwelling Place. We're in North Braddock. We're at 408 Lowbinger Avenue, North Braddock. We're 15104. And we have our Bible studies on.
Man, that is crazy, man. It's very important, man, that these churches start having security guards at the door, which I know some churches also do have security guards at the door. We know that dude from South Carolina. He went inside that church and unalived a lot of people. His name is Dylan, I think, if I'm not mistaken. This can happen anywhere, man, even at your local church, man. So, and I also think that you should definitely be patted down or have some type of walk through things to where you can detect that if there's a weapon or whatever the case may be. So in order to keep everybody safe, man, because this dude, that could have been that dude's last day today. It couldn't have been past his last day that day. And there was nothing but God that saved him. The fact that the dude said he had spirits telling him to do that, if you so deep into, like, if you are angry and just mad, and you give spirits access to you, you know what I'm saying, you're very vulnerable when you're mad, and you just like forget it, and yeah, stuff like that happens, man. But good thing the pastor is okay. Y'all comment down below exactly what y'all think about this video. It's crazy. You should see the actual footage, and that gun jammed. All right, man. At the end of the video, I'll say stay inspired, stay motivated, stay grinding. Until next video, I'm out of here. Peace.